Box of protein? No, it's not a box of protein. What's inside, though? My Geek Box for September 2021. Yes, it has. It has seemed like it's been a while since we've actually got ourselves a My Geek Box in its original box. It could be the case that My Geek Box, as of late, has been shipping larger collectibles inside and would, of course, then justify having to ship it in a slightly more generic-looking cardboard box. Needless to say, if you'd like to have geek-related items delivered to your doorstep every single month, you can click the link down below and subscribe to My Geek Box. We're going to go ahead, slice the tape open like a Christmas turkey, and check out the contents inside. That's what we're going to do together, all of us, all the members of the mob here. We're going to slice that, of course, with Chet Cunnington III, my trusty knife. So we're going to go ahead and start to the top, work our way across. We're going to cross the bridge to the other side where the Billy Goat's Gruff live. They always seem to think the grass is greener on that side, but those Billy Goat's Gruff, they don't know what they're talking about. Never really trust the goat for how well it thinks grass is greener on one side versus the other. You'll realize, actually, the grass that you're standing on right now is just as green as the temptation of the greener grass on the other side of the bridge. Not to mention, of course, you're going to have to deal with a troll crossing that bridge as well. What were we talking about? Ah, yes. The thing that's, of course, right in front of us. We're going to go ahead and open up the box of My Geek Box. I'm going to remove the packing pillows. I don't imagine anybody really needs those, right? I'm going to put those to the side. Oh, delightful. We've got some rather interesting things inside that we can all check out. For starters, we have Looney Tunes Greatest Hits, Volume 1. What's up, Doc? Funny, Doc, it doesn't look like a thing like you. It's duck season, and of course, poor Daffy Duck. I always thought Daffy Duck was the better duck between Daffy and Donald. Weigh your opinions down below, members of the mob. Daffy or Donald? Who is the superior duck? I personally think Daffy, myself. Let's just do a quick flip through here and see what's going on here. Speedy Gonzales. Is that Speedy or is that Daffy? I guess it's Daffy dressed as Speedy. I guess it's going to be more centric around Daffy, it seems. Again, the superior mallard, if you ask me. There's Porky Pig. This looks like this is going to be a fun read-through. I didn't ever really realize that Looney Tunes were still putting out comics. Goes to show how far behind I am when it comes to Looney Tunes. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be rather interesting. I'm going to put that to the side for the time being. And we're going to look at that later. I don't know why I always feel like I have to hover over it like I'm summoning some sort of spell. This caught my attention. I want to pull this out first. There's a couple of other things in there as well. We've got the Batmobile, but this is the Batmobile from Detective Comics 456. I don't recognize this specific Batmobile. It kind of looks like a Corvette. The back of it certainly does look like a Corvette. Maybe it's Steve Saunders. You remember Steve Saunders from Beverly Hills 90210? He had a Corvette. Anybody remember that? Of course not. Nobody's as old as I am. But there you go. That's kind of interesting looking. I want to see more of these things start popping up in my geek boxes. We already are getting the Star Trek starships, but let's throw in some more Batmobiles. I would be definitely all for that. Speaking, though, of Star Trek starships, we have actually a couple of these. This one looks like one we may have gotten before. I'm going to open this one up. This happens to be the Vaclus. Does that sound familiar? Maybe I was thinking of something else. After a while, some of these starships do look the same, and unless it's like a Klingon or a Romulan or a Cardassian or something I'm more familiar with, I may then look at this ship and think, didn't I already receive the one like this? I don't think I have. I think it's a brand new, well, at least brand new in the sense of my own collection, which I got to say, thanks to my Geek Box, I'm actually getting quite a large collection of starships, and I'm sort of filling in the blanks with the more well-known starships. But this is kind of a good way. Can I get those? I don't want to use the bunny ears for this, a family of bunny ears, but it sort of helps to get those filler ships that normally you may not have been going out of your way to get. Now, this one does catch my attention because I believe this is the Borg ship from that two-part episode with Lore. where the Borg are self-thinking and they're able to communicate with one another, and they're able to talk because Hugh the Borg went back and then apparently brought back his consciousness with him, and then it sort of changed things. And like I said, lore was in it as well. I think this is that Borg ship, if memory serves me. It doesn't always. Believe you me. Believe you me. It doesn't always. This is the Renegade Borg ship. That's what it is. That's what it is. Very, very cool. And I don't have myself a Borg ship yet, so that's going to be interesting to put on display. Slightly more kind of irregularly shaped from a regular Borg cube or sphere. One of the other things that they had as well. They also had diamonds, I believe. Borg diamonds. That was in the Voyager episodes, I believe. And then the last thing we have inside, we have, which I don't think I've ever really opened one of these before, the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse Funko Mystery Minis. Some of the characters, there's Scorpion, Prowler, who else do we have on the back here? Kingpin, Spider-Ham. We have, is that Spider, S-P-D-R, is that how it's Spider? Miles Morales, Green Goblin, Gwen Stacy. I tell you though, that Kingpin would be fun to get, although the weight of it, I don't imagine it's going to be a Kingpin. I didn't even know these things existed. I was more on the radar when it came to Funko Pops a while ago, although I have to admit I've dropped off. Although, you know, if they ever did release another horror mystery minis, believe you me, I would be all over that. Like a bad habit. Is that what they say? All over it, like a bad habit? Anyways, let's open this up. See, let's hope we get a good one. Spider-Ham would be fun too. Let's see what we got inside here. Hello? Oh, it's a black bag. That's not going to reveal anything just yet. Rip the bag to the side. There we go. And I think we have just a regular Miles Morales. Now, sadly, though, I'm not a big fan when they do the mystery minis, when they have the bobbleheads. I think they have to do that specifically for the Disney and the Marvel ones, but it's Miles Morales. As you can see, he's in his makeshift costume, wearing the Spider-Man mask. The one side, he's got it carried in his hand here, and he's got the cape on there. Not a bad little figure, but, I mean, I'm not crazy about this. I'm not crazy about that, nor am I crazy making that sound. I'm sure neither are you guys. And that's it. That is it, friends and colleagues. Let's do a quick rewind of the things that we got inside. We got a couple of Star Trek starships. I'm happy that I did get the Renegade Borg Cube. I'm going to be putting that on display. And then, of course, this one as well. This one's kind of interesting, too. Kind of reminds me of, there was I think an 80s toy line. I should even just stop that. I just stop the story right now because I can't remember the name. I can't remember the name of the toy line. I can't remember who made it. I'm just going to stop. I'm going to stop my train of thought right there. It reminds me of a toy line from the 80s that tells you guys absolutely nothing. But we did get ourselves a couple of starships. I'm really happy that I got this. And it's quite heavy too. Detective Comics, Steve Saunders. It's not Steve Saunders' car, but it looks like a Corvette that he drove in Beverly Hills 90210. And it's from Detective Comics 456. And to do a little bit of reading later on, I've also got Looney Tunes Greatest Hits from the folks over at DC. If you'd like to get all of this kind of stuff delivered to your doorstep every single month, I don't know why I'm whispering now all of a sudden, but if you guys would like to have all the stuff delivered to your doorstep, consider then subscribing to my Geek Box. And like I said, you can get one of these boxes delivered to your doorstep, and then we can share, we can discuss. Hey, what did you get? Which Batmobile did you get? I would imagine they're probably going to be the same thing. So if you got the same Corvette Batmobile as me, there you go. If you got something different, we can discuss later on if we want to trade these. Also, if you're subscribing to my Geek Box and you're down in the description area anyways, and you're enjoying the content that you're seeing here put out so regularly here on this channel, then make sure you, yes, subscribe to this channel, but also hit this video with a like if you're enjoying it. Make sure, yes, you hit the subscribe button, and make sure, yes, you're turning on the bell notification so that you're getting those friendly, delicious reminders of when new videos are popping up. Speaking of delicious videos, I don't know how I can segue from that, but we are going to definitely be looking at some more other subscription boxes coming up onto this channel in the not so distant future. So keep your peepers peeled to that. As always, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.